Hello students, today we will be going over your proportions assignment. This will either be a blue worksheet or for right now it's going to be online. So you can either print it off from the pages that's on the file on Canvas, or you can look at the files that are also on Canvas and copy down each problem. I'm just going to be doing a few problems here to get you started. And hopefully you can figure out whether you can print off that page or if you're going to have to write down every problem. Okay, so this is practicing more of the fish. Starts out with a little bit easier problem. I'm going to start right here, draw the fish. Again, this is more practice with the fish. Equal sign is in the fish's mouth like it's been hooked. Okay, so we go 4 times 4 equals 5 times b. Then 4 times 4 is 16, so I'm going to divide by what's in front of the variable, and that's going to be 5. So that cancels out, and b equals, we take our handy-dandy calculator, 4 times 4 is 16, so I'm going to put in 16, divided by 5, 3.2. So b equals 3.2. And we're done with number 1. Next, I'm going to jump to number 4 and just do some random ones here. Again, I'm going to start at the upper left, go down to the right, and make my fish. So 3 times x, equal sign in the fish's mouth, 3x equals 2 times 7 is 14. Then you divide by the number in front of x, and we get 14 thirds. So we go 14 divided by 3. Oh, that's an ugly decimal. Let's change it to a fraction. 4 2/3. So we say x equals 4 2/3. Or 4.67 if you wanted to do decimal form. Okay. Next, we're going to go on to number 7. 11x times 8, 88x, equals 6 times 7 is 42. Again, remember to divide by the number in front of the variable. So then I can go 42 ABC 88, so I'm putting it in as a fraction, equals 21 over 44. So we could say x equals 21 over 44. So just divide it by 2, and it doesn't reduce more than that. If we wanted to put it in decimal form, we'd go second in here, round to the nearest hundredth. So 0.48 or 0.48. And you're done. I will accept either one, so if you want to leave it in fraction form, that's fine. Now, this one's a little bit of a trickster right here. It has a negative sign. If you ever see a negative sign, always move it to the top. If there's already a negative sign there as well, then negative times negative, it will make it positive. But otherwise, we just move it to the top before we go ahead and we do our fish. So negative 4 times 3 is negative 12, equals 11 times 11 is 121n. And then you divide by the number in front of the variable. Take our handy-dandy calculator, go 12, and then you go the plus minus to make it negative, divided by 121. Oh, that's an ugly fraction. Or decimal, let's make it a fraction. And it doesn't simplify anymore, so you can leave it like this. Negative 12 over 121 Or let's go ahead and change it back to decimal. Negative, oh, it's negative 2. Okay, so n is also equal to negative 0.10. That's what it simplifies to right there. Okay, so either of those answers are correct. And if you need me to pause it for a minute, go ahead and say, Miss Rupert, pause it. And I should probably move it down just a little bit right there. And pause it, and then I'm going to go on because we don't have a lot of time. Okay, I'm going to go back up here. Notice there's a negative here. And what do we do with that? Put it up with the numerator. Now we go ahead and do our fish. 11 times 14. So 14 times 11. 154. 154x equals negative 3 times 20. Negative 60. Make sure you're dividing by the number in front of x. It's not always the smaller number that goes there. So we go 60 plus minus. I'm going to put ABC 154. Negative 30 over 77. And that's what x equals. And we should probably practice rounding to the nearest hundredth. So I go second, fraction to decimal. Nearest hundredth is, we look at the third one over, it's 0.389. That's a 9, so it's 5 or above. It will move that to a 9, so it's negative 0.39. Negative 0.39. So x equals one of those two. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to let you finish the rest. I don't think any of these are that hard. You can do it, students. You rock.